All right. How is it going? Let me check this. Yeah, on my way. How is it going? Alright, here we go. Hello, hello. How's it going? Okay, so I opened the stream tonight. I won't necessarily trade this. Just want to look of the consequences of major news in the weekend, observe it. Yeah, I mean, I might trade, but later on. For now, it's not my primary focus. It's just to observe, based on the fact that we had major news. So I don't expect this to tap into the gap that's here and kept to go. I expect this to get below this at least. But yeah, just here to observe. Few days ago, I was saying that. Few days ago, yeah, a few days ago, I was saying that gold. I'm on a buyer at each lows. Look like it's still doing the same thing. Oh, I'm rusty the weekend. All right. Okay. So, allow me 1 second. Good morning, Bronzo. Good morning. How's it going? Good morning, man. So yeah, just for now, I'll just be observing. Um, need to chart this better. What was I saying? So can have a swing. This might be a swing here. And this. All right. So we just took. What did we just do? So yeah, so now the structure, we can see the day rounding on top, right here, right? Looks like we'll be looking for some low that's here, but we opened gaps down, and price reacted immediately, coming back up. Once we get below those lows, you have to be mindful of the fact that the higher time frame is saying that we're still bullish. So this high made that low, that put it at this high, that put it that low on the high end of time frame, and then you have that one, put it that low and stuff. Okay, but that's make us our swing count exhausted on this side, right? This is why we can see some move going back down. So yeah, we'll check. Let's see what the market has to offer. So, yeah, I'd expect this to maybe tap into the week, some move back up, but in the end, do a new low based on how it looks. The low can come from here, it can come from above too. We'll see. If we have volatility, I'm just willing to be here to observe price, right? It's likely to go up, not down. I don't think they'll be trading from me tonight. Okay. Yeah, look like gold is flipping, which I'm not surprised of. Right, like this, the type of news that we get after this amount of swings is a likely place for gold to do this. Let me see. This tightening, we take this. Price could decide to go there also. But what's likely for us to see highs based on the current news? But since I'm not a news trader, let's see what the charts is telling me. Have a swing here. 2, 3, 4. Coming back up. Yeah. No surprise then. I'll just sit on NQ. I expect NQ to deliver us with a new low. We'll see. might be coming from here. This is the same theory, rounding into predominant week. Might be this, might be the low. I don't know, but I'd expect NQ to, even if it comes here, sweep this, goes higher, come back down. I'd expect in the end for us to, for this move up to trade below this before we trade below above here. Yeah, this is what I'd see. sorry. The plan, the plan. I mean, if price can trade below this, I'm interested in anything longing back to tapping the range from below this. Good evening. Good evening. I'd say, hmm, who's asking? Blackwell Browning. Bonzo, do you take DTFX or your own concept? Only recently came across your profile. Everything I've learned, comes from Dave. Yeah. So it's one way or another. It comes from him. I'm trading. There's multiple models in the TFX system. I'm trading some of them. The one that I get success with. Like, yeah. All right. Yeah, I have my model explained somewhere on my plan. Yeah, but what you mean by model? Most of the time, what I do is I count swing on two time frames, and once we get above the third one, I'm looking into rounding into prominent wick. Basically, that's what I do most of the time. Yeah, I'm looking for. Yeah, it's might seem counter at time, but look, like I was saying earlier, like to I mean, when was it? Wednesday. Wednesday, I was like, um, I'm a buy. Sorry, give me 1 second. Yeah, Wednesday I was like, I'm a buyer. Every new low price make on gold, and so I was always looking to scalp price back in based on how it looks, and the swing count was already high for me. So yeah, that's it basically. Like, all right. Um, Not sure if you guys could hear me, but yeah. As I was saying, it's the main thing I use is swing count and to know the direction which I look for trades. I'd say, and then it's basically rounding into predominant wick for it to be easy. This is how I frame it most of the time. check something. Before analysis, this is a lot. Okay. This looks more like a sweep than anything else. Let me check. Okay. So yeah, if price can stay above what it is now, we're likely to see here, I guess, even there. But what do I know? What do I know? Yeah. Next level is around here. What's there? So I don't know from where, but I'm expecting us to sweep this low at some point. It doesn't have to be now, based on the fact that price is so slow. But even if price do swings going higher, I expect us to fail up here, sweep this low, and then after I don't know. On a higher time frame, it look like we're looking for something way lower. But we'll see. The swing and market in here are lower time frame swing. Not, I don't even show it's 1 minute swing. Let me check now. Two down, two up. Yeah. Swept that, no close. Yeah, it's not even on the 1 minute. It's lower time frame swings. That might be a third one here. Let me check. Yes. I'd say one, two, maybe three ish there. Not sure. Let's see if this can get above here. If this can get above here, I'm interested in shorts. Just above that high. Just above that high, I'm interested. In scalp short. Once again, scalp short. I'll see how price works, right? But this is okay for me. I don't like to watch gold on a time frame that low. I only do it in Q based on the low volatility we get now. So I'm applying the same concept, looking at the lower time frames, watching it, but once again, I am not taking position in. I don't plan on taking. I have no plan on taking any position tonight. Will probably be tomorrow morning. Depends. If something textbook appeal to me, right? I'll just take it. But yeah, this is not why I'm here. I'm here for this. So let's see if this ends up going higher, and from here, since we are twist swing in on the 5 second, once again, what we're watching in here, it swings that from on the lower time frame. It's not even validated swing on the 1 minute, right? Let's see if this, yeah. What I'd prefer is for price to get above here, but if this, that put that low, there's a low here, right? Yeah. Put this high, and it's not able to put a high up here. We're going for here. Here I'd say. It's all depend on if price can come from here and trade above that high. If it can, if put a weak high right there, we're done. Right here. The expectation is for this to get above that high. If price fails up there, we get below this one. So yeah, remember we expect price to come and close above here, but if it fails there, this leads us to here. Failure here would result in us taking that low right here. But one, two, the three. I would really like to see another high first. Yeah, it's looking nice. See if this can deliver to here. Let's see. This would end up being the rounding, and this would be the wick. Only problem for me, I'm not in any trade here, and I wouldn't be even if I was trading that session, because there's 1-2 swing. This is the third one in formation. It's above the third one that I usually do this. And if someone would be in that entry, once we get below that low, I would be at break even, and TP would be here. Yeah. B is there. Put the bar. We need to get below this for to get BE, and TP would be there. No, I need to feed my cats. Yes, I will. Trust me, I will feed you. Yeah, this is what it's saying. Put back into this gap, let's say. That black around the 50%. This check. Yeah. And TP here. That's how I'd see it. Yeah, maybe there. TP there. And then no matter what price does afterward, we wait for price to trade below this to try and trade back in with it. That's it. Shh. Yeah, it didn't take long for the market to look completely normal. Oh, what? Wait. Something happened. Shh. My cat is going nuts. Alright, you see why I would get it to be E here? Because price could definitely come back up and try and put it in high. This is why, even if the idea of the trade was on failure here, I'll take the trade to here. Once we get below this low, B was tapped in, and yeah, price can do whatever it wants. There's no capital at risk anymore. Once it's like this is how I would approach it if I was trading actually. What is going on? Do you have Model X? Your stream restarted 2 times. Oh, my stream restarted 2 times. Okay, give me 1 second, please. I experienced some problem. Give me 1 second. Be right there. Okay, uh, look like we have something. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I'd say I'll TP there for this move. Coming down. If price keep dumping, it has to be to do a larger move down if we want to say that this will lead us below anything. If price keeps sweeping its own self like this, the low one close to another, we can see another high. Yeah, you see, like, look at the behavior here. Each time price get below, trade back in, get below, trade back in, get below, trade back in, get below, trade back in. This might indicate that we're still longs, right? But yeah, I wouldn't try and show this. Let me withdraw this. Even if I was trading, I would try and show this. I took a short at 762 and closed my trade from that mini sweep. 762. All right, that's great. 62 here. Okay. Okay. Why not? Hi, Mo. That's great. But this still looks like the rounding. Yeah, this looks like the you know price rounding, right? Exactly like we would expect it to look, right? Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, be mindful. Price is not able to put a low. This indicates that price want to go higher, in my opinion. Hi Felix, I hope you're having a great evening. Yes, I do. How about you? I can imagine a lot of people were short shortly after the market opened for the news over the weekend, and they are in drawdown. That's for sure. That's for sure. That's why I mean it depends. If you were in the short way before the news, short placed here, you're fine. If people open short as the market open, it's way less rewarding. Um, they get to experience some fear, you know. Yeah, indeed, there's a gap, but you know, let's see if price get below this and sweep itself again to get higher, to go higher again, or if it's just the large rounding here delivering us with this week something. We will see. It's rejecting strong from that area every time. What area here? Yeah, yeah. From I mean, this looks like a decent rounding in my opinion, but the way price behave itself here, I wouldn't like hold in shorts going anywhere. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Can you guys? Do you guys have video? The video is smooth. Is it good or not? It's very good. Cool. All right. Cool. Cool. Yeah. Maybe from this rounding at the bottom, we can see this wick right here. Maybe. All depend on how price close here. Close up. Does it keep sweeping candles and trade lower? All right. Looks like price decided to finally trade a bit lower. Just got it today here. Yeah, my concern is price is making too many swing on the way down. Like lower time. I mean, too many swings. By too many swings, I mean trade below this here, up, trade below, up, trade below, up, trade below, up. This might end up being just some rounding here and into a new high. We'll see. I don't know. I actually don't. But I would be expecting another high based on the swing count. Yeah. That's my comment. If price keeps sweeping this, we likely get to see here. Yes, what's based on how price look here, might be able to see that high. Swing count, I'll try to cheat codes, change my trading big time. Yes, it's the main thing. That's the main thing we do. We count swings. That's the main thing we do. For is good for retracement. For yeah, I mean, what do you mean for is good for retracement? I would advise you to wait for a flip, but I trade above two swing. I usually trade counter turn. I don't usually. I mean, I always trade counter turn. Once we get above the third swing going up, I'm trying to short. I'm finding a short up there to get back into the third swing. That's what I mean. Let's witness what gold did. Yeah, arranging, nothing special. Look like it's sweeping the lows. This low, with this high, with this low, with this high. We don't get below this here as of yet, right? Let's see for in Q. Yeah, that's that target is likely, in my opinion. Because you can see the surrounding right here. When we're not wake, we'll see. I don't do anything. Depends on which. What would you? Would do you do? What? I guess you're asking what would I do if there's one thing at the bottom and the top. I'm in no long nor shorts, but I'm looking for shorts, and shorts are above here, and longs are below. What you do? Yes, sorry, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That was one, two. Might be making the third swing here. So you treat it as a range, kinda. Yeah, yeah, because it is a range. Everything is a range. If I see a rounding, I need to always have my target beforehand, you know. And it needs to be after a certain amount of swings, so I can trade price in the other direction, basically. And you have to be mindful of what price is currently doing, right? We have the large drop, and then so even if we expect for price to come from up there to below here, what is it doing now? Making swing on the upside, right? So you have this low up and that high. We trade back into the range, which is this, making lows one close to another. We can witness price flipping down candles here, right? There's a down candle here. We close above, come back and tap into the range, trade above again. So in the end, this I would expect us to be above that high, based on that, and based on the fact how many swing do we get on that leg? Do we have on that leg, right? That's it. This is, yeah, this is the vision, if I could say, right? Maybe pay attention. Thank you for that. No worries, man. No worries. Anytime, just let me know. Give me 1 second. Interesting what the price is doing here. We would remember that we're expecting a range to form, some range that we can identify in during Asia, right? But as it forms, highs although don't hold up, right? But you have that high. They came and closed for the first time below this low, but this is not a low on the same time frame, right? But there's lows here, here. Tap back in. Let me check this. This is beautiful. Yeah. Check this. Yep, by the look of that, look at the 15 minute sweep, the high of those candle. Um, and now the next POI, in my opinion, is the 50% of that week. That might give a bounce. If it doesn't, we may see those come to my target that we have right here. What you don't want to do is take decision right now. Where price is now, it's not good based on how the range is. If the range is just this, from this low to that high, where are you currently? Close to the middle of that range. Alright, okay. So this top is the 50% of the the gap in between, like the people call it imbalance. The 50% of the gap, yeah. We tapped the exact 50, and price started to range, I'd say. All right. Anything that makes price come here and fail, we get all the lows. Um, 2 more minutes until the close of that 15-minute candle. Let's see how that goes. Okay. Asia used to be a hassle for me to trade before, because, in my opinion, at the time it was going too slow, and that would end up leading me to clicking short and then long and short and long and stuff. Because I see a new candle and I'm like, we're going this way, and now we're going that way because I took decision in the middle of the range to start it to start with, right? One way to get around this is just to trade the extremity of the range, and also to actually wait for the setup. I agree, Asia is tough, but the range extremity is just a good tip for Asia. Yes, it's just easy, really easy to trade Asia. It's just wait for the extremities and find your setup and trade in the other direction. That's it. I think I trade win Asia. I don't hold as long as I would normally do for New York. Oh, I see. Yeah, I see what you mean. Oh, look at this. What is this? Are we? Interesting. So yeah, how that candle close. So here, perfect example. We come below that candle, we sweep it, we cross back into the range. We open the next one, we sweep the high of the candle that couldn't put in low. We close back into the range. We open the next one, we sweep the previous low. Let's see if we get to the high and close back into the range. Here is just going for that high. Remember, this is how the on the right. This is how the 1 hour looks. This is the result of the bombing, like the gap that there is in between that candle and this one. Alright. Yeah, I wouldn't be shorting anything from here. I'd be waiting for my next level, which is to find shorts I'd be waiting for where is he at here? Yeah, next time. Depend on how of the velocity of price, right? But this is where I'd be looking for. So I already put a bar in here. I'm pretty sure I already said this to him because the bar is already here, and I wasn't charting before streaming. So yeah, this is a likely area to be able to find a short. Ballistic. So expectation after this sweep was for us to trade above that high, right? The high of that candle. We will see. Okay, price. Alright, so just have to respect that this is orange and wait. Let's see, for 4 more minutes before Sydney open Sydney. Yeah. So let's see what that does for us on Q and gold, and then I'll leave and come back tomorrow morning. Yeah, let's see. Let's see it. The opening, the current opening. Let's see what it does. Not opening, the Sydney Open. I can't invent an English anymore. This is ridiculous. Expectations to the upside until this come up here, fail, and now down a bit. What do I know? This might be. Nah, I'd say up first, but not a lot, not by a lot. Up, just slight bit above that high for sure. Maybe to this, and then down and down we go. Two more minutes. Let me check. Before we get there, one more minute. What happened on Euro USD? But not the same thing. Look at this: one swing, two swing, three swing. Right. The fourth one traded above the third one. You can see the swing on this downtime. I mean, going down here. Let me check NQ. All right. Okay. Why can I? Oh yeah, because I'm on 1 hour. Could not see. Okay. So as you guys know, I was expecting a new high above this and then the short, but it didn't happen. Look like price is now looking for some lows or all target that was here. I was just looking for this, for it to be the failure of making a forward swing or something, something like this. So if this candle closes like this, the next one open, sweep the high of that candle, and we can see some more lows if it just sweep the highs, right? Let me see the chat. See someone talking in the chat. It's about, can I ask why? Oh, I agree. I said when I take it to you guys, I don't know how to know. Can I ask why? What do you, your why? Yes, you can ask why, but what do you mean? Can you ask why? Tell me more about it. What this is about. Also, it's bottom of the range now as well. Yeah, depend on which range you're talking about, because the range is from the low that's here to this high, so you're still in the middle of the range. Bottom of the range is here if you get a sweep into it back in, which is yeah, I'll be mindful of this. I'm not like, to be honest, for me, longs would be below all of this, but I wouldn't short targeting this low. If I was in the short here, I would target the low that's here, the low that I marked up previously, like this one right there. Yeah, not the low that I actually put in the high. Oh look, price doing the tightening thing. So once price does that, it might come down, tap into something, tap back up. All right, so if someone isn't that short, I would argue that you should take profit at the before the wicks right here. Because price, this might send price back up right here and scale you up. All right. My why was your target for short higher up in the gap. My target for short was higher up in the gap. Oh, why from here? Yeah, this is a level that's likely to reject from. That's it. That's why this is likely to reject from. And you could argue that this is a swing, and if I go like this from this low to that high, and this low to that high, look, this is the 50%, right? my the where I was looking for a short, it ended up being the 50% of that. I didn't even plot this before, but yeah, this would be my level where I would be looking for it again. You know, if you get me. So yeah, as expected, as I was saying, price is probably going below that low, but this pullback that you can see here happened before because we tapped into an unmitigated portion of price of this week. This is why I was saying if anyone is in that short, take profit up here. It's better than to wait for the rest. I mean, no financial advice, you know. This is for entertainment purposes only. And yeah, that's it. Oh, look at us. Look at what price is doing. See, um, I wasn't expecting this much of a pullback, but nonetheless, I gave the target where I would have took my profit, not looking for price to put in a new low. And look at this. Get all that drawdown when you were just trying to get a little scalp inside the range, counter trending, and knowing all of this, you held. All right. Let me see what gold is doing. Okay. We may be able to see, based on how that look, we may be able to see another low forming on gold before we end up looking for higher prices. All right. So we see where our market open. Know that I'm be interested in longing price for maybe 50-ish points below that low if the setup presents itself. Before that, there's no decision that I'm willing to take inside a range like this, unless it's a scalp, because there is all those models showing up in here. This tap here zone, this high into that low, into that high, into wait, this high made that low, we come back and trade back in the middle of it around the 50%. Double top or equal high, to call it as you want, and price traded that way. Remember, this would be my target. This was my target once this show up the first time, but I was the fact that price kept sweeping it on itself. I was thinking we might see another high, right? But before knowing anything, just have to remember that this is a range. And it fixes a lot of things, acting as if it was a range, because it is. I'm gonna end the swim here, and I'm gonna swim in the group, and probably later tonight around London, if I can find someone into it, I'll swim in the group, and then I'll be there from New York on YouTube again. Thank you for attending. Hope you have a great one. Yeah, no change of thought about what I'm looking at here. Probably getting this soon. Alright, Mo. See ya then. See ya in no time from now. Take care of yourself.